Why are we here? What gives our life meaning? These are some of the deepest questions humans have ever asked Viktor E. Frankl's man's search for meaning is a journey through his life in the Nazi concentration camps, and a profound exploration of how meaning can transform suffering into hope. The book is divided into two parts: Frankl's personal experiences in the camps and his psychological theory of logotherapy. Let us dive deep into the lessons this masterpiece offers. Part 1. Life in the concentration camps. Frankl begins by recounting his horrifying experiences as a prisoner in Nazi concentration camps, including Auschwitz. Imagine being stripped of your identity, reduced to a mere number, and constantly facing death. Frankl describes how prisoners were forced into unimaginable suffering, with little food, brutal labor, and the constant presence of death. Despite this, Frankl noticed something extraordinary. Those who survived were not necessarily the strongest or fittest. Instead, survival often depended on one's ability to find purpose. Key observations from Camp Life 1. The power of purpose. Frankl observed that prisoners who had a reason to live were more resilient. For some, it was the hope of reuniting with family. For others, it was a dream they wanted to fulfill. He himself clung to the memory of his wife and the manuscript of a book he had been writing before his imprisonment. Inner freedom. Frankl argues that while the Nazis controlled their external environment, the prisoners had the power to control their inner world. He states, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms: to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, dignity and suffering." Even in the camps where dehumanization was the norm, some prisoners maintained their humanity. They shared their bread, comforted others, and held on to their values. This dignity, Frankl suggests, gave their lives meaning even in the face of immense suffering. The role of attitude. Frankl emphasizes that attitude is everything. A prisoner's mental response to the suffering could determine whether they succumbed to despair or found the strength to endure. Part 2. Logotherapy, finding meaning in life. In the second part of the book, Frankl introduces logotherapy, a form of psychotherapy he developed after his liberation. The word logos means meaning in Greek, and logotherapy focuses on helping people find purpose in their lives. The core principles of logotherapy. 1. The will to meaning. Unlike Freud, who believed humans are driven by the pursuit of pleasure, Frankl argues that our primary motivation is the search for meaning. When people lack purpose, they experience an existential vacuum, leading to feelings of emptiness and despair. Meaning in suffering. Frankl states that suffering is unavoidable, but it can become meaningful if we approach it with the right attitude. For example, a terminally ill patient can find purpose by inspiring others with their courage and candor. Meaning is unique to each person. Frankl stresses that meaning cannot be generalized. It is specific to each individual and situation. Your purpose today might be different from your purpose tomorrow. How to find meaning. Frankl suggests that meaning can be discovered in 3 ways: through work, achieving something significant, or contributing to society; through love, caring for others or building deep relationships; through courage, facing suffering with dignity and strength. Responsibility is key. Frankl also highlights the importance of taking responsibility for our choices. He reminds us that we are not victims of life's circumstances but active participants in shaping our responses. Life's meaning is subjective. The book teaches us that life's meaning is not fixed. It depends on our individual circumstances. A struggling artist, a grieving parent, or a person facing illness can all find their unique reasons to live. The importance of perspective. Frankl's experiences show us that even in the darkest moments, we have the power to control our perspective. He states, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." Hope can sustain us. The power of hope cannot be underestimated. Whether it's the hope of reuniting with loved ones or achieving a long-term goal, hope can provide the strength to endure hardships. Meaning is not just for human dignity stands as an unbreakable pillar in even the darkest corners of existence. It embodies our inherent worth, a conviction that remains intact regardless of the circumstances we face. In this light, kindness and compassion emerge as beacons of hope, illuminating pathways through tribulations. The strength to act with courage is embedded in our very nature, urging us to rise above adversity and extend our hands toward one another, fostering connections that enrich the human experience. Viktor Frankl's seminal work, Man's Search for Meaning, serves as a poignant reminder of this resilience. Published in 1946, its powerful narratives resonate across generations, inspiring millions to confront life's challenges with an indomitable spirit. In the harrowing depths of suffering, Frankl exemplifies the notion that meaning can emerge from even the bleakest situations. His words echo a profound truth. When we discover purpose in our struggles, we cultivate a sense of direction that transcends despair and hopelessness. The transformative message of Frankl's memoir underscores that while we may not possess control over our external circumstances, we maintain the autonomy to shape our internal landscapes. The ability to find meaning in work, relationships, and yes, even in suffering, grants us the power to navigate life's unpredictable currents. As he wisely stated, those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how. This assertion encapsulates the essence of resilience, prompting us to reflect on our motivations and the significance they hold. In this quest for meaning, we are invited to explore the depths of our own humanity, fostering a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. In an age where human dignity is often tested, Frankl's insights remain a guiding light. They teach us that embracing our shared humanity can transform despair into hope, encouraging us to rise above our challenges. Upholding inviolable dignity invites us to practice empathy, to recognize that every individual carries their own burdens. Through our intentional acts of kindness, we reaffirm the sanctity of life and enrich the tapestry of our shared existence. Ultimately, the steadfast belief in human dignity not only shapes our actions, but also defines our capacity to inspire and uplift, creating a legacy steeped in resilience and purpose.